Hello, class of 2025. Time to thrive. It's your school counselor, Chris Allen, coming at you for this senior only presentation for the class of 2025. Wanted to come in the other day to the lecture hall through government classes and meet with everybody, but we all know how that went. AMI day on Tuesday. So I wanted to record this presentation today, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes here, just for some senior only stuff. There's going to be parts of this presentation. The first part, there's going to be a lot of it's already covered in the presentation you received in advisory the other day. And it's already posted on the classroom for 2025. But I do want to go over a few things again quickly. And then the last part of this is for you seniors only. The first part, rather important, is the graduation requirements for Northwest High School. To graduate, which is a plan, is 2025 in May. You need 24 credits and 24 of the right credits. And here's the breakdown of the credits you will need to graduate. If you're looking at graduating in December, which at semester, then you need to do certain other requirements. Plus, you'll need the 24 credits by December. So moving on. Start looking at the college and career planning. Start meeting with Mr. Fields, looking at the specific requirements for your chosen university. You need 17 credits by the end of this year, your junior year, to be on track to graduate. If you are lacking in credits, you definitely need to look at going to summer school, e-learning, or possibly coming back for a 5th year. Make sure you're looking at the course planning guide, which is accessible on the Google Classroom for 2025. Pay attention to the prerequisites for classes, which are classes required in order to take a certain class. A+ program, if you've not signed up for that, do it. It gives you tuition for community college if you meet certain requirements. It's not too late. Latin system. This is an honor for students to receive Latin system recognition. Here are the requirements for the Latin system. So if you are in these categories, start looking to make sure that you're meeting those certain criteria. College prep classes. If you are college bound, make sure you are signing up for AP and dual credit classes. Here's the information on that. And the college preparatory classes that we offer. ATS, if you're looking at going to ATS next year, fill out the schedule the regular way. And if you get in, then we'll modify your schedule. So act like you didn't get in, but then if you do get in, we will make sure we modify the schedule in a way that still meets your requirements. That is on the Google Classroom for 2025. The application is out and is due by February 9th. There's a few new classes for next year. Just thought we'd mention that. Very important, especially as you're planning for senior year, you definitely need to look at your transcript while you are planning your classes to make sure you're meeting the requirements. And your transcript can be accessible at any time on Infinite Campus. I will also have paper copies available. Very important, you're going to look at the earned category and the remaining category. The remaining category is going to take into account things that you've done through your halfway through your junior year. It does not take into account the classes you're currently in. So obviously, if you plan on passing on the classes that you are currently in, then you can subtract whatever you are going to take this semester. So it's going to be important for your planning purposes to look at the remaining category on your transcript. You're going to use Academic Planner to pick all your classes for next year, and you should know how to get into and do that already through the presentation and advisory. Here is a few reminders. You're going to look at every category. What we're planning for next year is that grade 12 category. Everything done in 9, 10, 11 is not modifiable at this point. So you're only looking at grade 12 down. You need to pick at least 6.0. I know it says 5.0 over there, or I know sometimes it says 6.0, but you need to have at least 6.0 in there to fill out a full schedule. Most of you will actually need 7.0 actually. For social studies for next year, a lot of you have met that requirement already, but if you want to take some social studies electives, you can certainly put those in there. Math, definitely look at the flow chart. For math, I'm going to talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. Science, most of you actually have met all requirements for science by your senior year. But if you do want to take more science, if you're going into a science, technology, engineering, math field, you're definitely going to take more math and science. So look at all the science that we have to offer. There are certain things you already should have taken by now, but if you have not taken health, put that in. You do need a couple PEs. Make sure you're putting those in. Fine arts, you need 2 fine arts by the time you graduate, 2 practical arts, making sure you're putting those in. Electives, please don't get hung up on electives. Those are all taken care of by other requirements. So if you take above and beyond in a certain category, the overflow just goes to electives. So for instance, if you've already taken 2 fine arts and you take more fine arts, the overflow is going to go to electives. Same with even with core classes. If you've taken 3 years of science already and you take a 4th year of science, it's going to go to your electives. So electives kind of take care of themselves. PLTW and foreign language. Foreign language is not required to graduate high school, but it is a requirement for some 4-year colleges. Please put in alternate classes in that bottom category, just in case you don't get into the certain classes you want. We need at least 4 classes for backups. And please, please, please click save. If you do not click save, it will not save your progress. So when you come in my office, I'm going to pull up what you put in academic planner and just double check everything. And if you did not save it, I'm not going to see what you did. There are certain classes you can retake. Most classes you can't. Here are the list of classes that you can retake. And we typically don't do schedule changes, so as you get your senior schedule for next year, the planning should be done right now. And going into the senior year, we're not going to play around with a bunch of moving schedules around, so very important that you pay attention and pick out the classes you want right now. We're going to start coming into classes next week. I'm going to start coming into classes next Monday, and I have a list of like when I'm coming into classes and whose classes I'm coming into here in a second. So please make sure you have all your choices entered and talk to your parents and guardians about that. And all this must be finalized by February 9th. I'll be coming into Jones January 22nd and 23rd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 7th hours. Then Shepherd, as you see, then Ball, then Wagner, and Durso. And then we'll have some makeup days just for snow days. And then I will pull any absent students in, and then I will also pull in students who don't have government for whatever reason. So there is a plan to touch base with everybody at least one time between myself and Mr. Fields. And I will come in, and actually this video will be shown, and then you will be sent up to my office to meet with me or Mr. Fields individually, and we will pull up your transcript and look at your academic planner and make sure you're meeting all requirements. My email is up here, callen@northwestschools.net. I would encourage you to email if you have any questions, but maybe just wait until at least we meet individually. If you have further questions after that, then we can talk further. Lastly, a couple last slides here, very important. So if you're sleeping right now, wake up. School Flex, this is going to get a lot of people's attention. You have to have a job, obviously, for School Flex. That is a program, just as students would describe, you can leave early. Not for everybody. You can't fit in a lot of your classes that you would need if you're doing School Flex, but you can, if you are good on credits, leave sometimes after 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th hour, or come in a little late. If you have a job, if you have transportation, you have to be able to drive, and you have to work at least 10 to 20 hours a week, 20 hours to get the full credit. If you want more information on that, please let me or Mr. Fields know. That's very important. And please let me know that is your plan, and then we will give you the proper paperwork. You need to let us know if you're planning on doing School Flex. I will keep a running list on that. Very, very important. Mr. Fields, start meeting with him early and often. He's your college and career counselor. He'll also be helping me pick schedules for senior year. So Mr. Fields is a good go-to person for college and career planning. Early grad. If you are planning on graduating early, that is not a given. That has to be approved by our central office. You have to have your schedule built in a certain way in order to meet those requirements. If you're looking at graduating early, very important you let me or Mr. Fields know. We're going to keep a running list on that. Intro to college, ACT prep, current events. Those are some classes for your senior year that you might want to consider taking. Math for Algebra 2. Ms. Ball and I have taught. It's really important if you're going into a science, technology, engineering field that you take as much math as possible, but we want you to at least get through Algebra 2. If you have not, plan on taking math your senior year. If you are going into a field where you need math, take as much math as possible. If you are not going into a math-intensive field and you've gotten through Algebra 2, then obviously if you've met all requirements, we can talk about that individually. A+ scholarship. We talked about that a little about that earlier. That's a great opportunity. If you've not signed up for that, please let us know. We can get you the proper paperwork. That concludes the presentation. If you have any further questions, please talk to me individually, and we will be seeing you soon in your government classes. Congratulations on getting to senior year, class of 2025, Time to Thrive. Really has been an honor to be your school counselor, and look forward to seeing you walk across that stage next year. Thank you so much, and have a great day.